Hi everybody, I'm Dan Belmont here with Wines of Germany. Today we are talking Sekt for summer, German sparkling wine. And once again, I am joined by my friend Anna. Hi Anna, how are you?
Hey, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. And we have another special guest.
We have Ebony, who is a London content creator.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure. Should we taste some bubbles?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Let's go. Do you drink German wine?
I don't believe I've ever tried German wine.
Oh my
This
goodness.
is my first time caught on camera trying German wine. Yeah.
That's exciting. And you get to do it with sparkling wine, even better.
Yes, my favorite kind of wine.
So, German Sekt is the overarching term for sparkling wine in Germany.
Okay.
Traditionally, it is produced using method champenoise, the champagne method, the traditional method, what we'd call secondary fermentation. Essentially, all the bubbles that are in this bottle are produced in this bottle. Okay, in the same way they do it with champagne. Okay, you can have several different grape varietals in German sparkling wine. However, the two that we have today are 100% Riesling for both.
I have never had a Riesling that is a sparkling, so I'm excited to try this.
Super cool. So let's dig in, right?
Yeah.
What do you smell? No wrong answers.
It's a little bit more muted than I expected. And it hasn't got like an acidic smell. It's very fruity.
Good.
Yeah. Is that right?
That is right. There really is no wrong answers. When it comes to what you smell and what you taste in a wine, put the letter Y at the end of the word, nod your head, say it with conviction.
Conviction, yeah.
Barnyardy, yeah. And everyone else will usually go, oh yeah, barnyardy, yeah. You know, tasting is both subjective and objective, so it is really helpful to taste in a group. But you're spot on. There's definitely some really nice fruit aromas. Are you picking up fruit in the wine?
Yeah, I am, but I am getting acidity.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some acidity in this wine. You know, we are talking a cool climate growing region. I think the world's best sparkling wines are produced in cool climate growing regions. You are preserving that natural acidity in the grape, and it really just makes for really versatile wine, really.
Can I ask a question? What's the difference between a cool climate grape and a warm climate grape?
Sure. So cool climate areas, let's say Germany, let's say England, let's say northern part of France, Champagne, right?
Yeah.
Those are just generally cool regions, right? And then you have wines that are produced in really hot areas like the Barossa in Australia or in Spain, some areas in California, Central California. Absolutely. As your fruit ripens over the course of the season, you're transforming acid into sugars, right? As the fruit ripens, riper fruit has more sugar in it, right? Tart, underripe fruit has more acidity. And what's really nice is sparkling wine is designed to showcase that acid.
I mean, very drinkable.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Very
it's so
easily
delicate,
drinkable.
It's soft. It goes down so softly.
And it doesn't feel too acidic.
No, I think it's really well balanced. You know, Riesling is a very acidic grape varietal. It's really up to a good winemaker to balance the sugar and the acid. If you don't have sugar, you're going to have mostly citrus fruit flavors, a lot of acidity. When you leave some sugar in there, you're going to get a lot more kind of roundness on your palate, a lot more ripe fruit characteristics, tropical fruit, baked apple, things like that.
So what would you say would go well with this one?
Ooh, so I believe that bubbles can go for anything really, because they always are going to showcase great acidity. They're always going to have this textural component that works incredibly well for food. But for me, I'd want some really rich cheese, like a triple cream brie, something soft, something really kind of decadent.
Oh, you've gone straight in there. We're
going
not
for it.
starting.
No.
Is this like aperitif?
No, absolutely. But why wouldn't I have a triple cream cheese at my picnic?
Yeah, have a cheese board.
Yeah, absolutely.
Charcuterie.
What kind of picnics are you going to? I don't know.
I'm going to yours.
Yeah. Okay, good. And then from there, I mean, it can really go on. I mean, obviously, you know, anything on the lighter side, we're talking about balance, right? We want these things to be equally matched. You don't want something that's too heavy to overpower the wine. So I'd be looking at my poultry dishes. I'd be looking at vegetable dishes, fresh salads, fresh fruit. Acid plays well with acid, so anything like that. Goat's cheese, really nice.
I'm actually a big fan of kind of just hunks of like Grana Padano or Parma, like just and aged as well, so you've got that real richness, and then this.
Absolutely, and I really think that the nuttiness on those
Yes.
cheeses would work really well with this too. I think it would just kind of go in with all that toast and brioche and really fun. The Reichstadt von Brühl, the winemaker there is actually from Bollinger Cellars in France, the famous champagne house.
So we can absolutely trust this.
Yeah, absolutely. Shall we try the other one?
Yes.
Absolutely,
Fantastic. So, our next one is from the Mosel. And the Mosel is probably the most famous German wine region, not to discredit any of the other ones. But this is from Andreas Bender. and I really like Andreas's wines. He has a saying that he believes in controlled.
That was controlled.
Well, that was controlled, yeah. But he believes in controlled doing nothing.
Right.
Does that make sense? Controlled doing nothing.
So no touching, no hands-on, but everything you're putting in, you're in charge.
Everything is done with a very specific purpose, but nothing egregious, nothing unnecessary, right? So we're back again with 100% Riesling.
When tasting it, what would you say the main differences are to look out for?
I have a feeling, and this was the first time I've tried the Von Boel, that this one is going to be a little cleaner. It's going to be a little more fruit forward, where this had a lot of that kind of toasty brioche thing. I have a feeling there's a little more oak involved in that production than this one. We'll see if I'm right. Okay, so first thing for me is citrus fruit. Okay, but it's kind of round. It's not just really tart lemon. It's kind of maybe more Meyer lemon, maybe a bit more of that zestiness than just straight juice. The next thing I get is more of a dairy note. It could be cream, it could be butter, something like that, something soft. And then on the palate, really enveloping mousse. I mean, immediately just gets to every little corner of your mouth. Really, really nice mouthfeel. Which one did you prefer out of the two very different sparkling wines? Despite being the exact same grape varietal and both, German traditional method sparkling.
I think it's a hard shout. This felt more rounded and just a very drinkable, very easily drinkable wine, where maybe you wouldn't necessarily be focusing on the flavors, but the first one, it felt like there was just a bit more going on, where maybe you'd want to really enjoy that and savor it a little bit more. So maybe I would go this way.
I was going to say the first one. I found it a little bit sweeter, and I go for sweet wines in general, so I think I would gravitate towards that one.
Right. And you could always ask about sweetness level with these sparkling wines. They will be a very big range from bone dry, laser acidic, all the way up to quite sweet and up.
We hope you have enjoyed following along and learning a bit more about German Sekt, and we hope that you enjoy it this summer.
Sekt for summer. Cheers.